As the story continues, things begin to feel different. Not just in the world around him, but in the way people react to him. Episode 5 opens with a noticeable shift in atmosphere. The protagonist is no longer just adapting, he's influencing everything around him. And now, people are starting to feel it. There's a tension in the air that wasn't there before. Something subtle, but impossible to ignore. We see him interacting once again with the girl who has been by his side since the beginning. But the dynamic feels different. The distance between them isn't the same anymore. There's a certain closeness now, an unspoken understanding. Their conversations are quieter, slower. Almost like both of them are aware that something has changed. She looks at him differently. Not with uncertainty, but with curiosity. And something more. Meanwhile, the protagonist himself begins to realize that his presence is having a stronger effect than he expected. It's not just his power, it's the way he carries himself. The way he speaks, the way he looks at people. Everything about him now feels intentional. And people notice, especially her. As the episode progresses, we get a scene where the two are alone. The atmosphere becomes noticeably heavier. There are pauses in their conversation. Moments where neither of them speaks, but neither of them looks away. The silence says more than words ever could. The girl takes a small step closer. Not enough to be obvious, but enough to change everything. The protagonist knows, of course he does. But instead of reacting immediately, he waits. And that's what makes the moment even more intense. There's a shift in control here. Not loud, not aggressive, but very real. For the first time, it's unclear who is leading the moment. And that uncertainty is what makes it powerful. As they continue talking, their words become less important. What matters is how they're looking at each other, how close they are, how aware they've become of each other's presence. But just as the moment begins to build, something interrupts it. A reminder that this world isn't just about them. There are still things happening around them, still forces at play, still consequences. The protagonist pulls back slightly, not out of hesitation, but control. He understands now that every decision he makes has weight, and moments like this, as episode 5 continues, we begin to see how his influence is spreading beyond just one person. Others are starting to react to him differently. There's respect, there's curiosity, and in some cases, there's attraction. But with that comes complexity. Not everyone sees him the same way. Not everyone trusts him, and not everyone understands what he's capable of. This creates a subtle tension in the story, because while some are drawn closer to him, others are watching Karefuji. Back to the girl. We see her alone for a moment, thinking, reflecting. Her expression isn't the same as before. There's something new there, something deeper. She remembers the way he looked at her, the way he didn't rush, the way he held back, And that stays with her, because in a world where power often means control, he chose patience. And that changes everything. As the episode moves toward its final moments, the protagonist once again stands alone, thinking about everything that's happening. He realizes something important. This world isn't just reacting to his power, it's reacting to him. Who he said. What kind of person does he want to become in this world? Because now, he has the power to choose. The episode ends with a quiet but powerful scene. The two characters cross paths once again. No words, just a look, a moment, a pause that says everything. And in that moment, it becomes clear things are changing. Not just in the world, but between them. And whatever happens next won't be simple anymore.